Now, when did you finish treatment? How long ago was that?
November 2017. So I just hit a little over 4 years. My Lymeaversary, November 9th. Yeah.
Lymeaversary, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And since you got better, what have you been doing? So you're not going through the intensive treatments anymore. You're doing some upkeep with us. I understand everything, but what changed in your life? What have you been able to do now that you're post treatment, let's say?
I mean, what can I do is probably an easier question. I'm traveling more. I'm going out on weekends with friends, spending time with my family. I feel like my work, like at work, my performance is significantly better across the board. It's been an increase. I spend a lot less time on my couch, which is, something that I absolutely am so grateful for. So what am I not doing? It's probably an easier way to answer that. It's been a complete 180.
And it's got to feel like pretty interesting that not too long ago, because you look at 4, 5, 6 years, you didn't know if you'd make it past 33, and here you are in a totally different way. So, that's something I always try to give to other people when they're trying to evaluate whether or not they should go through certain therapies or what it'll be like, is to share these stories of like, this is what it can be like. Because so many people I speak to say, if I could just get to 40%, right, that would be amazing because I'm at 5 to 10. And here you are, you're at like 85, 90 now and everything. Are you still taking the steps every day to go like better, like 90? Do you want to be at 99 or 100? Or are you like, hey, this is good? You do? Okay.
No, I mean, am I expecting to be at 100%? Yeah. No, I don't. If I get there, that's awesome. I try not to hold myself to like that standard just because I don't want to have the letdown, right? Like I don't want to have that over expectation. I just stay with what's consistent for me. Taking my meds every day, making sure I'm eating really clean. I'm trying to let things go. I'm trying to avoid any kind of like endocrine disruptors, in my home, cleaning products, beauty products, things like that. Like, and I'm still working towards that, right? Like trying to like go through your whole home. Again, you can't change your whole life in one day. It's a slow but sure process. It's like, I finally got rid of all my candles. It's like, what a bummer. But at some point you just have to like work through it. So those things are the most important. And if I get to 100%, awesome. If not, like 90%, 85%, like that's great. It's not 3 to 5%, right? Like anything better than where I was is awesome. And I'll continue to strive for like where I'm at and constantly getting better. But I feel like every birthday after 33 is just like this gift. And, that's the way I'm choosing to approach it, is that I feel like I'm almost on borrowed time, but I'm slowly but surely switching to the realization that it's not borrowed time and that I have fought so hard to get here. Y'all's office, Dr. Schultz, y'all's whole team there, they fought so hard to get here. My family, my friends have fought so hard to get me here. And I'm just so grateful that I'm just going to continue doing the things consistently to make sure that I stay at this level.
Yeah, and it's beautiful because you wrote that, this year you had a word, an intention, I guess, on your Lymeaversary, right? And this year, that word is movement. Could you go into that and why that's so important to you?
Yeah. So every year I set like a word of intention on my Lymeaversary. I go on a trip somewhere I've never been before and just set like an intention and, reflect on the past year, how this year went, things that worked for me, things that did not work for me health-wise. And I try and build on that every year. So the second year was being grateful. And I spent all of year 2 being grateful. Year 3 was joy. And I spent all of 3 years like really focusing on joy. And each year I add on to the word. So I'm not letting that word go, right? It's a building block. And this year is movement. And I think most people think movement, oh, you're just going to move your body. And like, yes, I'm finally back to a point where I feel like I can get into a gym and like really move my body on a regular basis without it completely collapsing, like I had in previous times. So I've started doing that. But I also movement in stagnant feelings, relationships that aren't working for me, relationships that I want to advance, things at work that I want to advance. So it's not just about the movement of my body, but it's about the movement of my mind, my soul, like everything operating together and just propelling me forward to continue moving forward as a human.
Yeah, no, it's that movement of energy that is life, really.
Yes,
And it's the stagnation is death. We know that. And
exactly.
that's so many philosophies there. So that's really beautifully put.